Alright guys, welcome back to today's video. If you're new here or you're not subscribed already and you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I got my merch out here. Go golf. If you guys like golf, that's kind of cool. Let's talk Rockets basketball. So we lost by 2 points. I made the mistake by saying we lost by 3 in my other video today, and the comments, they won't let me down for it. So we lost by 2 yesterday. I think that yesterday just proves that the Houston Rockets are the deepest team in the NBA. I don't think it's a debate. I really don't. I understand. I mean, there's a lot of deep teams in the NBA, like the Heat, the Nets. I know there's a whole plethora of deep teams in the NBA, but the Houston Rockets are a little different. So we have James Harden, the third best shooting guard scorer ever. We have John Wall, proven all-star, great defender, incredible pick-and-roll player. We have Christian Wood, who has played 2 games for the Houston Rockets, and in those 2 games is averaging 29 points, put up 31 in his opening night debut, regular season debut. He put up 31 and 13 on a pretty off night for Christian Wood as well, shooting-wise. His shooting percentages don't show that, but you could just kind of tell he only took 2 threes. Christian Wood's usually a little bit more shooty than that, so you could tell he wasn't feeling it totally, but he was still attacking the rim. He was still taking close-range shots. He played super efficiently. Then you got DeMarcus Cousins, another proven NBA star. Now, I understand that John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, they have injury histories, specifically recently. I understand Christian Wood is all mainly potential, although the NBA is starting to take note of Christian Wood and how he's just really never been given a fair chance. Well, that's just 4 of our players, and only 3 of those guys start. DeMarcus Cousins doesn't even start. Coming off the bench at number 6, we have proven guys won 6th Man of the Year, career 16.6 shooter in Eric Gordon. We have Danuel House starting, who, you know, I'm hot and cold with Danuel House. I don't really have a desire to trade his ass right away, but I think you could definitely play around with the idea of possibly trading Danuel House if James Harden were to stay, because he is one of our relatively good pieces considering his age, and you know, a team will definitely want to hop on that. He's very cheap as well. So PJ Tucker, I mean, I'm kind of split with PJ Tucker as well. Last night, he didn't really do it for me. Jae'Sean Tate played considerably better to me. I don't put it on PJ Tucker that we lost. If I had to blame a player, I would say it would be James, just because the silly turnover. He should have taken the last shot anyways, but no one's to blame for last night, in my opinion, because we're so short-handed. We took them to overtime. That's super embarrassing if I'm the Portland Trail Blazers. I mean, our bench just really came through last night. PJ Tucker, he can shoot threes at an efficient rate. That's, to me, the only reason he's... I mean, we're starting to see a little decline with PJ Tucker, especially defensively. You know, Kevin Durant's even come out and said he's one of the hardest guys to score against in the NBA. So I'm not, you know, saying let's trade PJ Tucker right now. I'm just saying long-term re-sign, most likely not. That doesn't really interest me. But PJ Tucker is a valuable piece not off the bench, just starting. He's just a valuable piece. He can guard all 5 positions as well. Although, you know, he really, small ball lineup, I mean, that PJ Tucker, we saw it in the Los Angeles Lakers series. It really forces the other team to think about their rotations. Countless times in the series against the Los Angeles Lakers, although we did lose the Final Four. Danuel House, another big factor. Eric Gordon, Danuel House played huge in that series. But a lot of the times, the Los Angeles Lakers would look pretty confused out there. I feel like a lot of the time, specifically in the fast break, none of them really knew how to guard. Or not how to guard, but who to guard. They didn't really know how to guard the Houston Rockets. And honestly, specifically LeBron James. Like, LeBron James would kind of come back slowly. He'd come back to court slowly, whether he missed the shot or he didn't even shoot it. If we're running in transition, I mean, we just kind of, you know, drive and then kick it out for 3, but they didn't really know how to guard us. So PJ Tucker in that small ball lineup really only benefits us. David Nwaba also, I don't know why he played, was it 4 minutes in the second half, or Bruno? I know Bruno only played 4 minutes. Bruno as well. I don't know why Bruno played only 4 minutes considering how thin we were on the roster. Bruno's one of those guys who could be very beneficial, just like Jayshawn Tate. They just need more minutes. Jayshawn Tate's never really gotten consistent minutes in the NBA before. Last night he got them. He really played great. He's that kind of guy who you know is going to give his all every single possession. I think that the Rockets will make another move. I don't think it will be a trade. I think they will make a free agent signing. I'm starting to team up with Swaggy here on this sign Isaiah Thomas. I think it doesn't really do us any harm. Get him on the veterans minimum. But I'd take even just any backup point guard. I know Eric Gordon is our backup point guard right now, but I think just more guards would help us. Our offense looked stagnant at times. We were kind of doing pick and roll majority of the game. So we'll talk about that in a different day. It's kind of tough to evaluate the team when you're only really playing 8 players. And, clearly we're missing a lot of our starters. So nothing to worry about, but something to monitor is definitely the overuse in the pick and roll game, in my opinion. But, Christian Wood, James Harden, that's what they're going to excel at. I just felt like towards the end of the game we were starting to get a little too predictable. We were getting a little stagnant there. We had the lead at half, came out a little slow to start the second half. So we'll see. I like our chances against the Nuggets. We'll see who's playing. But even if we are shorthanded again, Jokic on Christian Wood, I'd say Christian Wood drops another 30-piece regardless of what starters are playing and what starters are out. If DeMarcus Cousins is in or out, I still got Christian Wood dropping 30 on Jokic. I think we get that win. James Harden's best player in the NBA, no doubt in my mind. Outside of LeBron James. But as far as winning goes, you got to pick LeBron. But if I need a guy to score right now, I'm picking James Harden, man. I got James Harden all day. 44 points. The East messed up, man. If you're a fan of any team in the East, you guys messed up. Tyler Hero is better than James Harden. It's comedic. That is absolutely comedic. So we'll see for this next game, but I like our chances. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen in Game 2, and I'll see you guys later.